It's only at the final. So I
Are
think
you done?
what you gotta say?
Are you done? I'm
Am
just
I
saying, bro. Are
wrong
you done?
though?
Welcome back to the Running Report, where we give you running news produced for and by the culture. And joined as always, I'm with my main man, my brother from the same mother, Aaron Potts, bro. Aaron, how you doing? It's been a minute. How you been? How you been?
Bro, I'm good. I got in 10 miles today. That's my longest run in a while. Bro, so I'm
Okay.
hyped. You see me?
Okay.
Hey, y'all
I
see
see
Raider
you.
gang, where y'all at? Y'all saw that big win we got on
Hey,
Thursday. I was at the game, so it's been a great week for me, man. I'm sorry about your
good
Colts
week. Good
though.
week. Bro, we just lost to the Dolphins, bro. It's a hard time. Jacoby Brissett's hurt, but we go bounce back. We go bounce back. But I know football is going crazy right now, and college basketball and everything. But if you've been paying attention to the track world, it has been even crazier. This week has been insane. There's been a lot of controversies. There's been a lot of
Crazy.
just troubling things in the track world. But there's also been a lot of highs in the past 2 weeks, and where we want to just acknowledge them on this episode on the Running Report. But let's start off with something that really brought a shock to the running world in the beginning of this week, and that was when the Diamond League cut out the 200, the Steeplechase, the Triple Jump, and the Discus from the Diamond League final. And they wanted to really do this to really kind of speed up and bring more of just an energized, faster paced entertainment value to the track and field Diamond League final, and really try and make it to a 90-minute event. And they brought up these process of bringing out these four events, taking them out. They said that looking through social media clicks and seeing on how things get clicked on and viewed on Twitter and Instagram through different countries. Athletes were just furious about this. I saw immediately when FlowTrack posted this, like Jared Eden was going off saying there needs to be some type of athletic association, and his prayers got answered by Christian Taylor, the triple jumper, who came out basically saying he's making an athletic association called #WeAreTheSport, where they're really just bringing up rights for track and field runners and trying to get their voices heard to the IAAF and the Diamond League. So Aaron, how do you think this 90-minute thing is gonna work? Do you think the athletic association is gonna change the game for track and field runners? How do you feel about this, bro?
First thing what I'm gonna say is, bro, I like it. I like it, bro.
What?
I mean,
You
hear
like
me
it?
out.
You're the first person I heard that say that. Explain
Bro,
yourself.
y'all
Explain
gotta think
yourself,
about
please.
this more, man. I'm thinking about this from a viewer's standpoint. I'm thinking about this from the standpoint of track is a dying sport and something needs to change to make it more exciting. Now,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna put y'all on a show called Explained. Y'all need to go watch that show. It's called Explain on Netflix, and they do all these little mini
All right.
docs. But one of the things they did on was on cricket and how the game of cricket became so big in India. And they said cricket usually a five day game. And what
Five
this
days.
league did in India was they cut the game down to 3 hours. Now that sounds like track and field. And when you cut it down to a 90-minute track meet and you cut some events out, we have more. You can focus your marketing a little bit more, and you can focus on the event. You can focus on making the event as entertaining as possible and bringing new people to the sport. And I know it does suck. Like the 200 is out. Noah Lyles is not going to run the 200. We're not going to get to see that. But you know what? We're not going to get to see Noah Lyles dominate the 200. But what we do get to see is a guaranteed matchup of Christian Coleman, Noah Lyles, and every other fast sprinter in the one. We get to see a collection of Evan Jager maybe against Matthew Centrowitz and some 10K guy, or Emma Coburn against someone you would never think race. And it's only at the final. So I
Are
think
you done? Are you done?
what you gotta say?
Are you
I
done?
mean, I mean,
I'm just
am I
saying, bro. Are
wrong
you done?
though?
Yes, you are. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. I don't think the problem is making the sport faster. It's inevitable, bro. Track and field, you're going to have to sit down and at least watch the event for at least 2.5 hours, bro. And that's not even a long time. You just got to be like invested into the sport. And the way to get invested into the sport is just how major other leagues do it. And that's by just playing into the entertainment factor of the athletes, playing into the different athletes and characters that we have. I don't think the problem is making the
Well,
event
the
90
problem
minutes
is,
long. It's the problem is just how they're gonna just be able to market these athletes, and they just have to do a better job of doing that.
bro.
And that starts from just like social media of doing stuff like this. We gotta market athletes like this
Hey,
and not just on billboards.
Last thing I'm gonna say about this, because we gotta move on. How do you market an event when you don't know exactly who's gonna be running it? People are like, oh, I gotta train exactly for this moment to peak at this moment. You don't even know what events people are gonna do in track and field. You don't get fined for not showing up to a Diamond League meet like you do in the NBA. You don't lose money like that. So like, it's hard to market something when you're never guaranteed if an athlete's gonna be there. Now with this cut down schedule, it's like, bruh, I'm sorry, Emma Coburn, you gotta run the 3K. You gotta beat the Baba in the 3K. Now is that a disadvantage? Just I think it's
that's taking Emma's money. That's taking her money, bro. That's taking her money for.
It's not.
Steeplechase.
Why are you assuming she's gonna lose? Why are you saying she's gonna lose?
I'm just saying her event's the steeple, bro. But we'll see. We got.
It's a foot race. It's a foot race. Period. At the end of the day,
we'll go in deeper later in another video. But we gotta move on to some other troubling news coming from Mary Cain when she dropped a New York Times article about her time with Nike Oregon Project, and specifically how she was treated by Alberto Salazar. She came out saying how Alberto Salazar really was just shaming her while she was on the team, constantly telling her to lose weight, and how that led to her depression, suicidal thoughts, and also even this thing called RED syndrome ultimately resulted in her leaving the Nike Oregon Project team after some really bad races. And then she really just wanted to also really highlight how there's really a systematic problem at Nike where they're destroying young girls' bodies, and she's advocating for this to change and not to just be a rebranded of Nike Oregon Project. Alberto Salazar has responded to these type of comments, and Nike has as well. And Alberto Salazar was sort of just denying everything that Mary Cain said, not really accepting anything that she said. And Aaron, what are just your initial thoughts about Alberto Salazar and Nike moving forward?
Salazar's done. He's out. Like he's done, man. He was already done with the doping allegations, and now the emotional and physical abuse is he's done. We all know he's done. He ain't gonna coach anybody. Yeah. And I don't know what the future holds for him, but I just think that this is more of just like, it's something that has to change in the entire culture of running, because the female triad, like you were saying, the Red syndrome, that happens all the time. I remember learning about that when I was in school, and I've seen it happen to female athletes, and it's just something that it's more of like a societal norm for just the pressure like females feel from society in general about weight and different things like that. It's just like something that me and you as men, we don't really have to deal with those type of things. So I can't even completely understand how she feels, and I feel very, very bad for her that she had to go through that.
Yeah, it's very sad just to see that Mary Cain, someone who was a very big runner when I was growing up into the sport, and seeing how she was treated at this time, because I thought she was the next big thing, and to see Nike and Alberto Salazar kind of ruin that for her. And I just really feel that Alberto Salazar is just an extreme person, and that was really the downfall on how he did things. I feel like everything he did it to extreme, and he did it to a way that he wanted to fulfill like tried to fulfill like how he wanted to be the sport, because everything he did it to extreme, and that's obviously seen through these doping allegations.
It's shameful, man.
Yeah, it's definitely shameful.
He's a grown man.
How do you think this can be like solved? How can this not happen again in track and field, bro? How do we stop this?
That's hard to say, man. Like, and honestly, it starts at the ground level, because like I said, like, this is not just a Nike thing.
Yeah.
This is happening more so. I see it happening the most in college. My experience of seeing it happening or hearing about it is in college. You hear about female athletes like having to lose weight, or feeling like they have to lose weight, and all this pressure being put on them about what they're eating and things like that. So it just kind of starts with society and how we view and we treat women just in general. To be honest, it's not something that's gonna change overnight, but as awareness raises, and we talk about it on stuff like this, and and we raise our future kids right. We were raised the right way, so we know about all that. But just recognizing that, this is a thing that happens every day. That's the way it stops, because then a coach will maybe think twice about how he speaks to an athlete about getting in shape or just, I mean, these are distance runners, bro. They so skinny. Like, what you mean? Salazar,
Yeah.
he's shameful. Like,
I think you guys should definitely go look into Mary Cain's video op-ed and just all the other stuff about Mary Cain in this story, because I think it's definitely worth the read and to see how a woman runner, definitely young women runners, go up through this sport, because it's something that we have to be aware of, and just if we can help them out on any type of way. But let's just move on to our next topic, and this is a new segment in the Running Report. We know, like,